On this video we're taking a look at our NHL Parlay for the games that are happening on Thursday, February 17, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Our first parlay pick, Detroit Red Wings vs NY Rangers, Rangers for the win. A 2-game winning stretch came to an end for the Detroit Red Wings, 22-22-6, who were dealt a 7-4 beatdown by the Minnesota Wild at Xcel Energy Center on Monday. After Dylan Larkin, 25 goals, 51 points this year, and Gustav Lindstrom, 1 goal, 10 points, gave the Wings a 2-0 lead in the first 4 minutes of the contest, Detroit conceded 5 markers in a row, further giving up a couple of empty netters after Lucas Raymond, 13 goals, 39 points, and Sam Ganner, 5 goals, 18 points, cut it to 5-4 in the final third. It was the 6th setback in the past 10 matchups for the Red Wings, 4-5-1. The Detroit Red Wings wrap up a 2-game road trip on Thursday when they play the New York Rangers. The Red Wings came out of the All-Star break with a pair of wins against the Flyers but lost on Monday to the Wild. The Rangers had 15 days off, which included the All-Star break, but came out of it on Tuesday night with a win against the Bruins. The New York Rangers have had a strong season as they are 31-13-4 thus far. They are being led by left winger Artemi Panarin. The Russian winger paces the Rangers with 52 points on 13 goals and 39 assists. They are coming off a 2-1 shootout home loss to the Boston Bruins. The Rangers had trouble controlling the puck, turning the puck over 10 different times during the game. The Detroit Red Wings have been average so far as they are 22-22-6 this season. They are being led by center Dylan Larkin, who has 25 goals and 26 assists this season. They are coming off a 7-4 road loss against the Minnesota Wild. The Wings' defense let them down, allowing the Wild to score at least 2 goals in each period of the game. Offensively, there isn't much of an advantage for either team. Both teams rank in the bottom 11 of expected goals and just below average in goals per game. Recently, they both have been able to find the back of the net as they are averaging 3 or more goals per game in their last 5 games. Defense is where the big advantage comes for the Rangers, especially in net. Even though both teams rank in the bottom 10 in expected goals against, the separation between the teams comes from goals against per game, where the Rangers rank 4th and the Red Wings are 26th, which is mostly due to goaltending. Projected starter for the Rangers, Igor Shesterkin, ranks 1st in goals saved above expected, where the highest ranked goalie on the Red Wings roster is 40th. Look for Shesterkin to stop the Red Wings attack and take the Rangers to win in regulation on the 3-way money line. Our second parlay pick is Pittsburgh Penguins vs Toronto Maple Leafs, Maple Leafs win. This is the 3rd meeting this season between the Pittsburgh Penguins and Toronto Maple Leafs. The feeling will be different in this game, as Scotiabank Arena in Toronto is now allowed to operate with an attendance at 50% of capacity, and this will be the first game with that many fans since December. Toronto will need the extra boost from their fans returning, though, because Pittsburgh has owned Toronto this season. Game 1 in October brought us a 7-1 thumping by Pittsburgh on home ice, while a November game brought a 2-0 Penguins shutout in Toronto. That is a 9-1 scoring differential over 2 games. These are great teams, and it will be interesting to see if Toronto can finally beat the Penguins. After notching a 7-1 domestic triumph versus the Maple Leafs in October and beating them 2-0 in Toronto a month later, the Penguins are set for a 3-game season series sweep against their opponents from Ontario. Still, don't count Austin Matthews and company out just yet. The Maple Leafs have been spectacular when playing on own ice so far this season, currently holding the 5th best home record in the whole league, 17-4-1, presently riding a 6-game winning streak at Scotiabank Arena. Toronto is also enjoying a 4-game triumph run versus sides from the Metropolitan Division, while Pittsburgh, though victorious in 4 of its last 5 overall matchups against the Maple Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs, 31-12-3, rounded off their latest 3-date road stretch with a 1-2-0 record after snapping a 2-game skid, 0-2-0, with a 6-2 triumph against the Seattle Kraken at Climate Pledge Arena on Monday. Mitch Marner, 17 markers, 43 points this year, picked up a goal and 2 assists as the Leafs scored 3 even-strength snipes, 2 power play tallies, 2 for 2, and a shorty. Austin Matthews, 32 goals, 57 points, meanwhile, collected 2 helpers to extend his ongoing point streak to 8 outings, 7 goals, 9 assists, as Toronto triumphed for the 7th time in its last 9 fixtures, 7-2-0. The Maple Leafs are 6th in the Eastern Conference and possess a dominant offense that is scoring 3.59 goals per game. Austin Matthews has scored 32 goals and 25 assists while William Nylander, John Tavares, and Mitch Marner have added 51 goals and 82 assists to the top 2 lines, but the rest of the offense has been great as well. Michael Bunting, Ondrej Case, and Jason Spezza have combined 34 goals and 34 assists while Alexander Kerfoot, Pierre Engvall, and Ilya Mikheyev have added 21 goals and 38 assists to the back end of the forward unit, making the offense tough to stop. The Penguins are having a great season with one of the best defenses in the NHL, scoring 3.34 goals per game. Jake Guentzel has scored 25 goals and 26 assists, while Brian Rust and Sidney Crosby have added 31 goals and 52 assists to the top line, but the rest of the offense has stepped up as well. Evan Rodrigues, Jeff Carter, and Danton Heinen have combined for 39 goals and 43 assists while Brock McGinn, Kasperi Kapanen, and Evgeny Malkin have added 24 goals and 40 assists to the back end of the forward unit, making the Penguins' offense tough to stop. The Pittsburgh Penguins, 31-11-8, bagged their 4th consecutive victory after edging out the Philadelphia Flyers with a 5-4 overtime count at PPG Paints Arena on Tuesday. The Pens recovered from a 4-2 second period deficit with 2 successive snipes in a span of 18 seconds in the 3rd frame before Chris Letang, 6 goals, 45 points this year, buried the winner 31 seconds into the extra session, collecting his NHL-leading 30th overtime point by a defenseman, 8 goals, 22 assists. Sidney Crosby, 14 goals, 46 points, meanwhile, tallied during power play for his 500th NHL goal, joining Washington Capitals' Alex Ovechkin, 761, as the only other active player to reach the milestone. I think the Maple Leafs can get the job done. They are playing great hockey and will be backed by almost 10,000 fans that they have missed dearly. This team knows that their bad play against the Penguins so far needs to change. It is the last time the teams will meet in the regular season, and Toronto will be highly motivated to hand Pittsburgh a loss. Take Toronto. Our third parlay pick is St. Louis Blues vs Montreal Canadiens, St. Louis -1.5. The Blues are all round a much better, deeper, and stronger team than Montreal. Unfortunately for the Canadiens, just about every team in the NHL is this season. In NHL ranks, the Blues are 5th in goals per game, 8th in goals allowed per game, 2nd in power play, and 5th in penalty kill. They have 11 players with at least 20 points to Montreal's 3, and a +87 team plus-minus to Montreal's -312. Lopsided numbers also favor the Blues in shot differential, save percentage, and blocked shot differential. If special teams play a factor, Montreal is the 3rd most penalized team in the league, and the Blues are the 9th least penalized. The needle points heavily to St. Louis. There is no way I can back the Habs in this one. They have lost their last 10 games in a row and 16 of their last 17, while posting a pathetic record of 8-40 overall. The Habs have allowed well over 5.00 GPG in their last 8 games, and the Blues come in having scored 14 goals in their last 3 games. St. Louis has been one of the best defensive teams in the league, and they also have a goalie who has been strong as well. Ville Husso comes in at 11-4 with a 1.85 GAA on the year, and he will be going up against Sam Montembold, who is 2-14 with a 3.92 GAA. There are massive edges for the Blues at both ends of the ice in this one, and they will walk out of the Bell Center with a very easy win. The Canadiens have been the worst team in the league this year, and if it is possible, they have been even worse of late. The Habs are 8-40 on the year, which includes a 10-16 mark in their last 17 games. Montreal comes in off of a 5-3 home loss to the lowly Sabres, and it was their 10th loss in a row, which is their longest of the season. The offense has been bad, but their play in the crease has been atrocious of late, as the Habs have allowed 5.63 GPG over their last 8 games. Montreal has averaged 2.54 GPG over their last 11 games, which is a bit better than their seasonal average of 2.19 GPG. They will need to score some goals if they hope to beat the Blues in this one. Hey, in the NHL, a 3-goal win is a rout. The St. Louis Blues have had a very solid season so far as they are in 3rd place in the Central Division and just 2 points behind Minnesota for 2nd place. If they hope to stay that close to Minnesota or even catch them, then this is a game the Blues cannot afford to lose. St. Louis just took apart one of the worst teams in the league with a 5-2 win over the Senators, and now they are facing the absolute worst team in the league. Scoring in the win was Brayden Schenn, which was his 13th of the year, Vladimir Tarasenko, who scored twice and now has 18 on the year, Robert Thomas, which was his 6th, and Oscar Sundqvist, which was his 4th. The Blues are off to a strong start to the season, led by a great offense that is scoring 3.51 goals per game. Vladimir Tarasenko and Jordan Kyrou have scored 36 goals and 51 assists combined, while Pavel Buchnevich, Ivan Barbashev, and Brandon Saad have added 45 goals and 56 assists to the top two lines, but the rest of the offense has stepped up as well. Brayden Schenn, Ryan O'Reilly, and David Perrin have combined for 32 goals and 47 assists, while defensemen Torrey Krug and Justin Falk have added 13 goals and 37 assists from the point to put the offense over the top. The Blues have just a single one-goal game in their last 10, a 6-5 loss to Toronto, and of the Blues' 28 wins this season, just 6 of those have been one-goal games. Of Montreal's 33 losses this season, 13 have been one-goal games. More recently, the Blues have 6 wins in their last 10 games, and each one was by at least 2 goals. Montreal is winless in its last 10 games, with 6 of those losses being by 2 or more goals. The way the Blues have buried teams they've beaten lately is a good sign for another win of 2 or more goals. Take the Blues minus 1.5 on the puck line. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.